Angel Reese may be one of the most talented players in the WNBA, but there's a dark side to her success. From having fans harass her to being painted as a villain, the basketball star has dealt with plenty of adversity throughout her career. Angel Reese was born on May 6, 2002, to Michael and Angel Webb Reese. She's a chip off the old block since both her parents played basketball. Her mother was a standout player at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County from 1988 to 1992 and was inducted into the school's Hall of Fame. She finished up her career at UMBC, went on to play the game professionally in Luxembourg after she finished college. She also played semi-pro back in the States, and that inspired her daughter. Angel told Just Women's Sports, "I used to go to my mom's games when I was younger. She used to play in a little league, and I used to always go watch her games on Sundays. That was something that was always inspiring to me." The WNBA is no stranger to the one-legging style. Las Vegas Aces center A'ja Wilson is credited with starting the trend back in 2018. While Wilson's purpose was to keep one of her legs warm, Reese had a different reason for rocking the one-legging look. She revealed at a post-game conference in 2023, "I had surgery 2 years ago on my shin. I have a rod in my leg. Many people don't know that. I've used it to cover my scar." Unfortunately, that wasn't the only injury Reese incurred while playing for the University of Maryland. In December 2020, she fractured her toe. The injury not only left her with physical pain, but also with a great deal of emotional pain. Upon her rehabilitation coach's suggestion, Reese decided to leave social media for a while in order to pick up habits like meditation and journaling, both of which changed her approach to basketball. She explained to The Athletic at the time, "I think it was a growth moment for me, and I think I needed that, honestly. I just saw the game different. Like I was able to mature more by being able to see basketball differently from a different point of view." In her hometown of Baltimore, Reese played on the basketball team for St. Francis Academy. She was sought out by many colleges for her basketball prowess, but the thought of leaving her family frightened her. Instead, Reese accepted a scholarship to play for the University of Maryland Terrapins. When Reese decided her time with the Terrapins was up and subsequently entered the transfer portal, she was still crippled by the fear of being far from her loved ones. She admitted on the Paper Route podcast,
"I was scared to go away from home. Even coming out of high school, I was scared, so that's why I stayed home at Maryland."
Despite the fear, Reese was set to play for the South Carolina Gamecocks. However, she changed her mind when she visited the LSU Tigers after an invite from her friend, Kateri Poole. Reese recalled, "Everything was perfect. They laid everything out for me as far as my plan, my goals, and they never promised me points, a statue, or anything. I wanted to be happy again, and I wanted to gain confidence again within my game."
Reese inside. She blocked that while holding her own shoe.
In a 2023 game that recorded the most views in NCAA history at the time, the LSU Tigers triumphed over the Iowa Hawkeyes to secure their first NCAA title. Subsequently, Reese and her team received a lot of praise from fans and an invite to the White House from First Lady Jill Biden. The tables turned during the next year's March Madness when the Hawkeyes beat the defending champions to secure a spot in the Final Four. Speaking at a press conference afterward, Reese divulged that she had been harassed by fans since LSU won the NCAA championship. Reese said, "I don't really get to stand up for myself. I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times, death threats, I've been sexualized, I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time." While some accused Reese of being a sore loser, most empathized with the player's plight. Reese's then teammates Flau'jae Johnson and Haley Van Lith testified to her great leadership and called out the media for painting her as a villain. Johnson said,
"I know the real Angel Reese, and the person I see every day is a strong person. Is a caring, loving person, bro. The crown she wears is heavy."
Reese has always brought her sassy side to the court. In an April 2023 game against the Iowa Hawkeyes, Reese caused a stir when she flashed the "you can't see me" hand motion at her opponent, Caitlin Clark. On the surface, there was nothing meek about Reese's competitive spirit on the court, nor was there a lack of pride when she wrote an X post that called out those who doubted that she could attend the Met Gala and play a game the following day. It's therefore surprising that Reese is actually modest in her approach to the game. Her winning mentality is based purely on humility. In an interview with NBC Chicago, Reese expressed her excitement to learn from Chicago Sky coach Teresa Weatherspoon, while also embracing the idea of starting from the bottom. She said,
"I love being an underdog. I mean, coming into LSU my first year, going in the underdog and winning a national championship, we don't have no place but to go up."
In an X post in which she announced her graduation from LSU, Reese revealed the one thing she wasn't going to miss about college: Homework. She said in the post, "I don't have to wake up and think about another assignment." As it turns out, however, Reese had something else to miss about college. After starting her professional playing career, she quickly learned that the camaraderie she had been accustomed to during her years at LSU was an alien concept in the WNBA. She told Chicago State of Mind Sports,
In college, I had like teamworks and we knew what was next on the schedule. Pre-game meal, I'm on my own now. I'm like, where are we going to eat? Everybody doing their own things.
Nevertheless, Reese maintained that she was loving the autonomy that came with adulthood. Another contrast she found to be specific to the WNBA was how fast-paced the environment around her moved. Luckily, she was able to catch up to speed in no time. Reese was once romantically linked to Florida State Seminoles guard Cameron Fletcher, with whom she shared since-deleted pictures of a romantic getaway in August 2023. Months went by, and in a March 2024 Instagram Live session, Reese disclosed that the couple had gone their separate ways. In an April 2024 post on X, the basketball sensation revealed that she was still single. Since Reese seems to be in the dating market as of June 2024, who would be her ideal boyfriend? Apparently, there's a test, and it's pretty much God-given. The perfect contender has to be taller than her. Reese, whose height is 6 feet 3 inches, said during an interview on The Breakfast Club,
Short Kings, I'm sorry. My man need to be up there.
When she was asked if there were any celebrities who were hitting her DMs, Reese wasn't shy to drop names. She mentioned Drake, Future, French Montana, and was quick to add,
They just congratulated me.
Reese believes that she's more than a basketball player. It's a claim that she's got backing for, since she scored an impressive 13 points during the Chicago Sky's preseason win against the New York Liberty, and all after she attended the Met Gala. In a post-game chat with the press, Reese said she shut down outside noise from the media and critics by putting in the work.
I went to the Met Gala, slayed the Met Gala in New York, came back, slayed against New York, it's what I do.
She also spoke about not being limited to only being a basketball player, adding, "Obviously, I give a lot of confidence to so many different people, and knowing I'm not one-dimensional. Women don't have to be one-dimensional. They don't have to do one thing." Furthermore, Reese's eye for fashion has always stolen the show. During the 2024 WNBA draft, she showed up in a hooded gown. At the Met Gala, Reese dazzled in a custom-revealing mint number that featured ostrich feathers. Reese, who thought it was surreal that she attended the event on her 22nd birthday, told Vogue, "I feel beautiful in this dress." Long before the WNBA, Reese was making major money moves. In 2023, she revealed that she wasn't in a hurry to get to the WNBA because she was doing well financially. She told the Paper Route podcast,
The money I'm making is more than some of the people that are in the league that might be top players.
How much you make?
When she was asked about any splurges she had made, Reese let it be known that she was right in the middle of buying a Mercedes-Benz. Not long after she made the claim, she signed an exclusive partnership with collectible publisher Panini. Later that year, Reese came to an endorsement agreement with shoe retailer Reebok under the leadership of 4-time NBA champion Shaquille O'Neal. Additionally, Reese also has a philanthropic side. In an interview with Women's Health, she revealed that she had paid a year's worth of fees for a student at her alma mater, St. Francis Academy. She said, "I gave back to the people who started my journey."